My beloved child, I see you. I know the ache that tugs at your soul and the silent questions that rise in the quiet moments. Sometimes it feels like the world is too loud, chaotic, confusing, and cold. But hear me clearly, my voice is louder than fear, and my love is deeper than despair. I have laid a foundation of truth beneath your feet, one that cannot be shaken. Even in moments of sadness or pain, I have already gone ahead of you to prepare a way forward. You may feel weary, even broken at times, but I want you to know this: I am not finished with your story. You were never meant to live in a constant state of striving. The life I've prepared for you is one filled with fresh mercy each morning and renewed strength for every challenge. And yes, though storms may come, I will anchor you with my peace. I've seen the moments when you've doubted, when you looked toward the future and wondered if my promises would really come to pass. But let me reassure you, nothing can thwart the plans I have prepared for you. No darkness, no discouragement, no lie of the enemy can cancel what I've spoken over your life. Let my love be your anchor. When the winds of doubt blow hard against your mind, hold tightly to my truth: you are not alone. You have never been alone. My presence surrounds you like a mighty fortress, unshakable and steadfast. And when the voice of fear grows loud, remember this: I am still speaking. I am still guiding. And my love is always more powerful. Stay close to me. This is only the beginning. Child of my heart, let me remind you of a truth the world so often forgets: you are not defined by your wounds. Not by the betrayal that broke your spirit. Not by the losses that left you breathless. Not by the nights you cried in silence, thinking no one could possibly understand. I do. I was there in every quiet moment of pain, when your heart trembled beneath the weight of things you couldn't fix. I saw the tears you couldn't explain, the thoughts you were too tired to pray. But even when your hands were too weary to reach for mine, I never stopped reaching for you. These moments you faced, the disappointments, the confusion, the setbacks, they do not disqualify you. They are not signs that I've turned away or changed my mind about your calling. No, beloved. These are the very places where my restoration begins. Every time you've fallen, I have been right there with an outstretched hand, not to scold you, but to lift you. Every time you've whispered, "I can't," I've responded with, "You can, with me." Let go of the false belief that your story is too damaged for beauty. The world may label you with shame or weakness, but I speak something higher over you: redeemed, renewed, restored. The brokenness you carry is not the end, it is the place where my power is revealed. Let your heart rest in this: I am not ashamed of your past. I am not afraid of your pain. I do not flinch at your questions. My compassion for you runs deeper than the deepest sorrow, and I am faithful through every season. Even in the fire, I am refining you, not punishing you. Even in the wilderness, I am shaping your strength. You are being prepared, not forgotten. In every struggle, I am proving the depth of my devotion. I have always been your loving creator, but also your defender, your comforter, and your closest friend. I'm not watching from a distance. I'm walking right beside you, whispering hope into the places you thought were beyond healing. So lift your eyes, child. You were never meant to carry this alone. You were never meant to be defined by what hurt you. You are being restored by my hand, and the masterpiece I am creating from your broken pieces is more glorious than you've dared to dream. Now that your heart is beginning to breathe again, let me lead you further into freedom. You've tried so long to carry things that were never meant to rest on your shoulders. Expectations. Regrets. The unspoken ache of wanting to be enough, for others, for yourself, even for me. But hear this clearly, beloved: your worth is not something you earn. It is something I've already declared. You don't need to impress me. You don't have to perform for my affection. I chose you, not because you were perfect, but because you are mine. My spirit lives within you, and where my spirit dwells, healing begins. You wonder if you'll ever rise above the patterns that have haunted you, habits, thoughts, doubts that whisper, you'll always be stuck. But I'm telling you now, transformation does not begin with striving. It begins with surrender. Give me every worry that keeps you up at night. Hand me the dreams you've buried beneath fear. Offer the wounds you've tried to ignore. When you release what you've clutched so tightly, I can place something far greater in your hands. You've been fighting battles that were never yours to fight alone. Let me be your strength. Let me silence the noise of shame and give you a new song to sing, one of victory, of healing, of hope. This is not about fixing everything in one moment. This is about learning to walk daily with me, step by step, heart to heart. In the quiet places, I will remind you of who you are and whose you are. When you feel overwhelmed, pause. Come to me. Speak honestly, no rehearsed prayers, no perfect words. Just you. I delight in your authenticity. Even the simplest whisper from your heart reaches the throne of heaven. You were not made to walk alone. You are part of my family, and in my family, we carry one another. I will surround you with voices of encouragement, brothers and sisters in faith who will lift you when you feel weak. But you must stay open. Don't shut your heart in the name of self-protection. Let love in again. I've placed people around you for a reason, not to replace me, but to reflect me. Trust that I can speak through them just as surely as I speak in the silence. And as you begin to lay down your burdens, something sacred will rise in their place, peace that passes understanding, clarity where there once was confusion, joy in the very places sorrow tried to root itself. This is the beginning of a new rhythm. One of surrender, intimacy, and freedom. One where you no longer walk burdened, but walk with me. Now that you've laid your burdens down, take my hand, there's more I want to show you. You've prayed for answers, looked for signs, longed for change. And I've heard every word. But I need you to understand this, what you call delay is often my preparation. Not everything can arrive all at once, not because I'm withholding, but because I'm arranging everything for your good. You see the next step. I see the whole journey. I know how you crave clarity, how the unknown presses on your soul like a weight. But if I gave you every detail, you might never learn how to trust me. And trust, child, is the soil in which miracles grow. Don't measure my timing by what the world calls fast or successful. I do not operate by clocks and calendars. I move by purpose, by love, by what your spirit truly needs. Sometimes I will ask you to pause when everything in you wants to run ahead. Sometimes I'll tell you to move when your heart says stay. But always, I will lead you with peace. My guidance doesn't always come as a shout, it often arrives in a gentle prompting, a holy whisper in your soul. That nudge to forgive. That quiet urge to call someone. That sudden stillness that reminds you to pray. These moments are not small, they are my hand, carefully directing your path. So don't rush. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. What I've written for you is unique. Your calling is not a copy. Your purpose isn't a second-hand dream. I have mapped out blessings specifically for you, doors that only you can walk through, lives only you can touch, victories only you can claim. And when discouragement tries to cloud your vision, when you wonder if you've missed your moment, I want you to come back to this truth: you are still in my plan. Nothing, no mistake, no delay, no setback, has disqualified you. I am not looking for perfection. I'm looking for your heart. So lean in. Listen closely. I am speaking even now. I am orchestrating divine appointments, opportunities, and encounters that will align you with my will. Some will look ordinary at first, conversations, interruptions, changes in direction, but you'll look back and see my fingerprints on every moment. I do not waste time. I do not waste tears. I do not waste seasons. Your waiting is not in vain. Your trust is not misplaced. The vision I've placed within you is still alive. And even when you feel unsure, my spirit is steady, guiding, correcting, covering. Keep walking with me. Let every step be an act of faith. The road ahead holds more than you asked for, more than you imagined, and all of it has been prepared with you in mind. Child, now that your heart is beginning to trust my timing, I want you to understand something even deeper: you are not walking into the unknown unprotected. Every step you take in faith is backed by heaven's strength. Yes, there are battles. Yes, you've faced opposition, seen and unseen. But you have never faced them alone. You were not created to cower before fear or to shrink in the presence of adversity. You were formed with authority, wrapped in my righteousness, and anointed with a purpose no enemy can cancel. There have been moments, private ones, when the weight of what you're facing nearly caused you to crumble. You questioned your strength, your courage, even your faith. But beloved, my strength is not limited by your weakness. In fact, that's where my power shines brightest. Lift your head, for you are more than a survivor, you are a vessel of victory. When discouragement whispers that you are too broken to continue, remind your heart that the same Spirit who raised Christ from the grave lives within you. You don't have to manufacture courage. I supply it freely. My angels encamp around you, guarding your steps and fighting battles you don't even see. When you speak my name, darkness flees. When you lift your voice in worship, even through tears, you shake the very gates of the enemy. You are covered. So don't let the enemy's lies plant seeds of fear in your mind. You are not defeated. You are defended. You are not forgotten. You are firmly held in hands that never let go. I see how you still pray, even when answers feel distant. I see how you keep loving, even when your heart feels fragile. That, child, is warfare. That is faith in action. And it does not go unnoticed in my kingdom. I've heard every whispered, "Help me," every silent plea for strength. I've seen you fight through the fog just to believe. And I want you to know, your perseverance is powerful. But you don't have to wear yourself out trying to win battles that are mine to fight. Rest in me. Let me lead. Let me protect. I am the one who parts seas, silences storms, and brings down walls with a shout. Nothing is too hard for me. When you feel outnumbered, remember the host of heaven stands at your side. When you feel overlooked, remember I have written your name on the palm of my hand. And when you feel like quitting, return to this truth: I have already claimed your victory. I'm not asking you to be strong every moment. I'm asking you to be honest, to keep coming to me, to allow me to be your shield. And as you walk forward in that trust, I will pour out strength you didn't know you had, courage you didn't know you needed, and peace that defies explanation. You are surrounded, not by defeat, but by divine power. Keep standing. Heaven is with you. Now that you know the battle has never been yours alone, I want you to breathe. Slow down. Let my peace rise like a tide within you. This is not the end of your story. In fact, it's the very place where a greater chapter begins. You've been through the fire, and yet here you are. Still standing. Still breathing. Still hoping. That is no accident. It's evidence that I've been with you all along. I never left, not even once. Through every season, whether you felt my nearness or not, I've been working behind the scenes, aligning the pieces, shaping your heart, preparing you for what's next. And yes, there is something next. You haven't missed it. You haven't gone too far. You're not too late. My calling on your life remains. But hear me, this next season won't be built on striving or fear, it will be founded on rest, trust, and relationship. No more performing. No more trying to prove your worth. I already see your value, and it's not tied to what you accomplish. It's tied to who you are, mine. Each morning you wake up is a reminder that my mercy is still flowing. Each breath you take is proof that purpose still burns within you. I'm not looking for perfect steps, I'm looking for a willing heart. That's what draws me near. That's where I do my deepest work. I'm calling you to live from a place of intimacy with me, not just moments of prayer, but a life of connection. Include me in your daily rhythm. Invite me into the ordinary, not just the emergencies. Let my presence become your home, not a place you visit when things fall apart. When you rise, greet me. When you work, lean on me. When you laugh, rejoice with me. When you cry, run to me. I'm here for it all. I'm here for you. And as you stay near, you'll begin to see things differently. What once looked like chaos will reveal hidden purpose. What once felt like delay will bloom into fulfillment. You will walk in places you once only prayed about. You will see promises that once seemed distant come alive. This isn't the conclusion. It's a divine unfolding. Let go of the idea that you have to figure it all out right now. Just take one step, and then another. I'll be right beside you for each one. Where you see unknowns, I see opportunity. Where you feel weak, I pour strength. Where you sense loss, I release new beginnings. You were created to carry my light. You were designed for joy, not weariness. For purpose, not confusion. For peace, not panic. Every lesson you've learned, every tear you've shed, every moment you've waited, it all matters. It's all being used. So lift your chin. Open your heart. Take that step of faith. I go before you now, making crooked paths straight, opening doors you couldn't budge, and breathing fresh wind into your soul. You've walked through pain, yes. But now, child, you walk into promise. And I will be with you, every single step of the way.